The Renaissance era. Here we go. This is where we start getting really, really English. What's happening around me? Sure, here we go. Right. Wu Ziqian has gone into a dark age. Yongle, unfortunately, is still in a golden age. Vietnam, a normal age. America, a dark age. Excellent. We've got options here. Let's go Hicksonk Dracones. I'm still settling, and there's a lot more space around the map, and it would be very helpful if I could settle extra population cities. Now, that would be really cool. Another great writer as well. I'm actually using all of these that I can get. These are awesome. Now, let's see how the loyalty has changed now that Wu Ziqian is in a dark age. That's not too bad, but Vietnam might find themselves in a whole host of other issues here. We'll let that sort itself out. Oh, down to 134 science per turn. That's a big drop. We're going to have to pick that back up if we can. Hello, Coupe. Bam. Yep, your city's taking big old damage from my massive frigate. Which way did this barbarian go? I didn't check. I wasn't looking, but I found it nonetheless. Oh, this is so good. And this is all a different continent. Where do I settle? There's no resources that I can see, but I would love to put as many cities down here as I can. Right. Norwich is going to get a population very soon. I'll chop out the fish if it's being too slow, or this marsh is probably a better idea. Then I can start pumping settlers out. Yeah, I'm just saving my gold now for settlers. Mercantilism. Maritime industries don't need that anymore. Let's put craftsmen in. Oh, drill manuals is quite fun, but I've already got so much coal coming in. I don't need to worry about that at the moment. Veterancy is always useful. Harbor adjacency is powering my shipyards to huge capacity. I'm going to keep that one going for as long as I can. Right, Sea Dog. Press gangs will mean that we can push our boats out really quickly. And Vietnam, yes, I'd love more of an alliance with you. Let's keep up this research alliance. If they're going to pay me this time. I thought as much. Coal still selling for an absolute ton. Yes. All of this will be turned into settlers. Probably. I'm first going to treat myself to the last Renaissance era artist, Michelangelo. Especially because Plymouth can now put a lot of pressure over Vietnam. Oh, we're going to start taking a load of cities. I can just feel it. I think I'm just going to settle on the T. Loads of resources around here. Good place to heal. Hicksonk Dracones will work nicely. I will treat myself to one art museum. There you go. Opera and ballet boosted. But yes, Michelangelo. I don't really mind where the artwork goes. I'm not looking for theming right now. It's more the placement. That's the important thing. 4-turn art museum. Goodness me. The production in some of these core cities is crazy. 72 in Leeds. 81 in Hong Kong. If I take this city from you, Coupe, bam. I could raise it. Give a lot of grievances, but I'm going to keep it. Let's have a look. If I give this back, this is... which city was it? It's the one with power at the end, wasn't it? Yeah. Give that back. Will you give me some gold? Yes. You see? This is what I'm talking about. 8 copies of Turtles as well. Why not? That's what I say. There you go. They're basically bankrolling me. They surrender. They accept that they have been defeated by a superior foe. I gave them the city back, and there we go. They're going to bankroll me for a little bit. And a new city appears. Preston. Of all of the places you could have been, Preston. Okay. Sure thing. Royal Navy dockyard, and immediately I'm just going to start hemorrhaging the population by buying settlers. And if we can get 3 or 4 cities down here before anyone notices, that would be awesome. So you can see my grievances with Coupe have totally balanced out. They gave me 150 declaring war. I took 75 occupying their city, and then I took another 75 taking it permanently. So it's totally even. The world doesn't hate me for that war, and now Coupe is even willing to trade with me. I love that. Even Russia thinks my society is something to emulate. That's either really damning on Russia or really good for me. I haven't quite worked that one out yet. Okay, whilst the Congress is going, I'm going to put press gangs in. I'm not going to keep that in forever, but this is a really good opportunity to use the double building to build a load of Sea Dogs. This is my unique unit. They're super sneaky. You can use them to raid. If anyone goes to war with me, it means I've got a load of pillaging units. Plus, it puts my combat strength up sufficiently so that hopefully it scares people off. We've also got Renaissance walls up now. That is very handy. Oh, we got out just in time. That's a field cannon. Yeah, I didn't want to fight that. That would have been awful. My spies arrived in China. Okay, it's 63% likely to foment unrest. So let's get a list. No, gain sources. Then we can start doing that. 20 loyalty just on one spy project is very handy indeed. This war between the two Chinas has gone on pretty much all game. It's absolutely brutal. It's just crouching tigers, pike and shots, trebuchets. They're just charging at each other and they haven't stopped in hours. Dear oh dear. They'll be so much happier when they both just decide that it would be better if they joined the English Empire. That's what they should do. Let's chop out the marsh in Norwich on the far north of the map, and now we can start buying settlers with Magnus's help. We can go and start settling out here. Russia won't mind if I just borrow this tile, will they? I'm sure they won't. A lot of barbarians on this side of the island. Good to know. We might have to fight our way through. Where's my frigate? You've got 8 movement. Just, tell me when you've got here. 18 turns, apparently, to get there. I don't believe that. We'll make it at some point. The Sea Dog. That is very handy. And what do I want to go for? Machiavellianism in order to make my spies a little better, or Visselbanken? It's got to be Visselbanken, right? For now, that card is perfect. Next up, colonialism, and then natural history for water parks. These Sea Dog units are very handy. They can do a lot of raiding. They can deal with barbarians. Most importantly, they've got 8 movement, and they're invisible. If anyone decides to go to war with me now, they will regret it very quickly. Maybe. Or I'll regret it very quickly. One of the two. Another city. This time, York. Been buying more books. As you can see, we're now up to 14. And, oh, it's getting close. 0 loyalty in this city. 2 loyalty in that city. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We are just about to start making the breach. I mean, I've only got 1 art museum with actual artwork in it. Each art museum gives another 3 loyalty. The pressure is massive. You know what? I probably should settle that city soon. I'm going to. There is a settler on the way. I'm just taking my sweet time. Oh, the AI is actually replicating me. Look at that. They're taking on the Dutch. Will Indonesia throw the shackles of the Dutch East Indies? Will they be disintegrated? Let's hope so, eh? Is Portugal doing better now? Portugal, like me, 285 gold. They have half of mine. Portugal, you are failing. Are they just not exploring? They've explored a little bit. Huh. That is weird. All right, Portugal, I like you as an ally. You could be fun. Religious alliance, you're willing to pay for it? Hey, if you're willing to pay for it, I will sell you anything. There's quite a lot of art out there. Okay. Question is anyone going to sell any of it? Oh yeah, Russia doesn't even care about their own artwork. This is great. Maybe they want me. Maybe they want me to do really well like this. They just get it, you know? They just get it. Wow, look at that. That is 3 great works. That'll help. That'll help a lot. Oh, we'll let that work through and we'll come back to that in a second. I've done a better job of settling these islands than I did in my actual Indonesia game. Isn't that just absolutely ridiculous? Newcastle upon time. Royal Navy Dockyard is almost ready already. What's that? Even with a loyal governor, this city now has -3 and this one -2. Oh, but Vietnam. We're allies. Oh, even China's beginning to lose things. Oh dear, oh dear. The Court of Love is now in session, ladies and gentlemen. I've unfortunately only got about 80, 90 turns to make this snowball work, but if I can start taking Yongle cities, this is the prize. This is where I really want to push. Then we've got something. Then we've got something we can be proud of. And whabam. Stoke-upon-Trent. It's next to a volcano. It's on top of a lot of coal. All of these things are rather wonderful. Oh, yeah. Let's put the Royal Naval Dockyard next to the volcano. It's a channel special. Now, do I want a military emergency against Kublai, who has denounced me? That's not a bad idea. That would show me a lot of the map. I'm not going to suggest it myself. Somebody else will, but I will join in with that one if it's available. Russia is just like, here you go. Have it all. Have everything. I think they feel bad for me. I don't know why, but that's all now in Plymouth, which is over here. Oh, this is just going to get better and better. I'm so sorry, Vietnam. I am the worst ally. I might also take advantage of this. The AI is actually valuing diplomatic favor at its full value. Now, I'm not buying and selling in order to then, make a profit, but what I am doing is I expect I may accidentally trigger some sort of emergency very soon because I did take a city in combat and I don't want to be at the center of an emergency. So if there's really cheap diplo favor, I'm going to just buy a little bit as a bit of a bank just to stop the World Congress from slamming down on me. I won't buy too much. Up to 200 is fine. There comes a point where the Congress is just going to do things because it wants to and there's nothing you can do about it. This will be fine for now. Oh, lighthouses. Need more trade routes. Where are my best trade routes now? Okay, let's see. Yep, there you go. There's the military emergency I was worried about. I'm going to vote just down on it 6 times. And Yongle I don't want to go to war with, but Kublai, I'm actually going to join in with this one. I've no intention of actually going over, but Kublai's ages away from me, and if I can reveal some of the map, I might actually meet the last person on this map and do a bit of trading. There is the last person. Genghis Khan. Wanted to meet you. Love to sample hospitality. And it failed against me. Look at that. Oh, I would have gone to war with Coupe, Spain, and the Dutch. It wouldn't have been too bad, to be honest, but it would have been an absolute pain. I'm glad that didn't work. Okay, well, here is the northern part of the map, Mongolia hasn't really crossed the desert yet. They haven't done anything like that. Germany, oh, poor Germany, just shoved on a bunch of islands. This is why we didn't go to war with Kublai. Battleship fleets. But now we can see this city. Okay, 21, 13, 11. They are in a golden age. I think we're going to actually start doing some loyalty damage to Kublai very soon. Watch this space. I think this is going to be the start of good things. Wait a minute. That's the city-state of Hong Kong. But I'm Hong Kong. What's going on? I feel weird about that. It's not right. Natural history time. I'm going to put 6 envoys in Singapore and Hong Kong just to make sure that all of my power plants and factories are working at full capacity. There are a couple of improvements on the coast, like a single harbour, so I will send 1 sea dog to go and have it investigate. It's probably not going to do anything, but we'll give it a go. So this is something that regular viewers of my Eleanor of Aquitaine games will have seen me do before. Remember, at all times, the Court of Love applies to all cities within 9 tiles of your great works. This is a little bit vaguely worded. This actually means practically within 9 tiles of the city centre, not where the theatre square is, the city centre. So what I do is I keep an eye on cities like Birmingham, for instance. Note how within 9 tiles there is no foreign city. That means any great works in this city are pretty much now useless. I will rename the city accordingly by putting 3 little stars. Now you can do anything you want, but I like to put 3 little stars because now when I open up the great works, that city will fall on the left hand side, and I'll know that any great works in that city can be moved out to the front line. Bradford does actually have 1 city in range, so I won't get rid of that for now, but Hull is another good example of a city that doesn't have anything near it. I don't think there's actually anything in this city full stop. Doesn't even have a harbour yet, but you know, that's just like Hull in reality. Otherwise, all of my Visselbanken routes are going to be getting on board. I realised that this is between recording sessions, right? Did I miss a military emergency on a city? I was trying to work out why this city had other effects plus 25. There might be an emergency on it that I just didn't see. Who knows? But we're going to start trading with Vietnam a little bit more. And we're chopping out more and more Royal Naval Dockyards, which of course, culture bomb. I kept forgetting that. More lighthouses. Lovely. Is that another settler? Okay, I'm going to just wait just out of range and see if I can sweep in and claim it before it spots me. I have a feeling my spy is not going to have time to actually do the project before the city flips. So I'm going to move you to the next city of Nanjing. I need to start going 2 steps ahead, not just 1 step ahead. Otherwise my spies aren't going to have time. Of course, we've got 2 Nanjings. People often ask me this. Ursa, why are some of the cities named twice? It's because the city that's the capital gets the TSL name, and then the original name is probably on a list somewhere else, so it gets double repeated. It's just one of those weird things. Gonna get flight and then radio. Aluminium is something I can sell, but also broadcast centers. Another slot for awesomeness. My ploy worked. The settler hasn't moved. It's another one for me. Oh my goodness, I like it around here. This is a very fertile ground for new cities. Thinking of Nanjing and Luan, Haifei, these cities are not far off starting to flip to me, you know. I'm going to buy an art museum. I'm really just investing in all of the infrastructure. There's a lot of stuff that I can buy. A lot of great works that my allies just want to give to me. Well, not in this case, but we're going to keep an eye out for it. We might be able to get some more artwork ourselves soon, actually. Need more gold. Always more gold. I believe that Korea is in the process of eliminating Germany from the game. Wow. Germany is not in an easy place on this map. They really are not. Germany, I know you're busy. Can I come through? Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Don't mind me. I'm just on a little tour of Mongolia. I don't think they're expecting me to pop up here. Well, I've got a lot of population and loyalty down in this area now, so I'm actually going to be really aggressive towards Spain and settle right next to them if I can. I'm sure that won't backfire on me at all. Impossible, I say. Oh, Mongolia has just declared war on me by proxy because they've just declared war on Russia. Oh, I'd love to see what was going on the top of this map. I bet something really crazy is going on, although Mongolia appears to have a 45 strength city. That doesn't appear to be anywhere near Russia's 70. I think Russia has got Cossacks, and I believe Mongolia has probably still got horses, that sort of thing. We'll see how that goes for them. Right, I'm north of the map. My sea dogs have finally arrived to help clear out some barbarians, which should be rather interesting. We are still buying settlers. I don't have a lot more settling to do, to be honest, before all of my economy goes into purchasing great works, but we're doing all right. Generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. I mean, down to the south, looks like Spain are going to try and outsettle me a little bit. I reckon I can probably fit another 2 or 3 cities down here, and then up in the north, maybe another 1 or 2. Russia did end up grabbing all of that land. I'm actually quite pleased. As much as it would be really funny to have a 1-tile city, wouldn't be very good. Wouldn't be very good. Maybe down here. I keep getting tempted. So now that I've arrived in Mongolian lands, just have a look at this. 266 gold. How much does it cost to change my government? 160. So it's actually worth grabbing this, popping in the raid card, getting 50% bonus on pillaging. That's already paid it back into pillages, and I've still got more movement. They're even building me a little spaceport. That is worrying. The fact they're building a spaceport is a little bit worrying. Yeah, Kublai is winning this game. Scientifically at the moment. They don't have satellites yet, but I need to keep an eye on that. Don't mind me now if I start stealing. Oh, there's 4 steals on this industrial zone, and each one is a turn's worth of science. I really hope this sea dog doesn't get lost, but it probably will, because actually this apostle might reveal it. Oh well, it's probably made its money back already. Oh yeah, Germany had a city raised on that spot. Wow, that's harsh. A great admiral, very nice. Nelson would be a lovely one for me to pick up, but I imagine there's a lot of competition on this sort of stuff. My capital is still producing trade routes all around. This is awesome. Oh, I can't steal the builder because it's technically in Japanese territory. Oh, you are lucky. You are lucky. There's a lot of settlers around here though. I'm racing Japan to get this last settler down. We'll see what we can pull off. I don't know if we'll get away with this one. And sorry, Spain, you are not going to like this at all, but this actually stops them from settling just next door. Oh, this is very expensive, but 110 gold per turn. That's quite a lot. That's about 15% of my economy just spent on artwork. I would not make a very responsible leader. That's putting it one way, but I've now filled up all of my art museums and they're looking a little bit nicer now, and I can actually start theming a couple as well. Just for a huge chunk of extra culture. That's nice. We don't mind that at all. This will really put the squeeze on just a little bit more. As soon as these first couple of cities fall, we'll start to see a lot. We'll start to see a lot pushing in my direction. I'm still going to try and settle just in this little gap. Mecca, Zhejiang. I think that city as well will give me like 2 amazing theatre squares once we chop them out. And there's loads of forest around as well, so I should be able to chop those pretty easily. Danang, Trakyu. I mean, yeah, all of these cities are wonderful. Court of Love is a snowball, ladies and gentlemen. It's a snowball, and if I can grab all 4 of these cities, then we can start pushing in on Kublai. Look at this, not Kublai, Yongle. It says 10. Oh, my spy can't be long off actually establishing there now. 3 turns until they get into that city. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Just think, this could be the game that we get an actual decent spy run. Oh, 2 cities flip in the same turn. Brilliant. And immediately the next city, the new capital. Oh yeah, Wujichen has actually lost a bunch of cities. This is their only city now. Oh no. Well, England is becoming the new China. That's what this is. Oh, I was laughing about the fact this flood kept happening. Unfortunately, now I own it. So that's my flood. Well, I better claim these cities and get the era score associated with them. Beautiful. They're just about loyal. And oh yes, it's another little bit of a squeeze. Immediately, let's get the theatre squares down and built. This feels like a little bit of a long shot, but I wonder, can I find my original settler? If I can still settle in this entire wing of the map. It's still so free. Ah, I'm looking everywhere. Ah, that's annoying. That was, I can see you because we're technically in the same emergency. It was you, and you killed Pingala in my city. I'll ask you not to spy from me. Oh, they say they're going to move them away. Well, we'll see. Liverpool now has an art museum as well. So a lot of these cities are actually in range with quite a bit of Vietnam. Yes. Hang on. There it is. There's the settler. Okay. Where is the escorting Barb army? Why am I suddenly so nervous? Japan beat me to the punch. I may end up stealing that city from them, but that's a little bit annoying. Okay, the settler will head off to that little island. This settler is just off to this tiny little bay over here as well. I'm just being a nuisance. I'm settling everywhere. It's true England. You don't mind me having this tiny little one-tile city right on your borders, no? Good, good. I didn't think so. Can we grab it back? Yes. Okay, that's quite good. I'm going to go and see if we can settle in my original location. And Nanjing, it says that it is 63% likely. Again, we've got time. Gain sources. I'm just in a mission for my spies to do something useful this game. It's taking a little while to get all of these builders in the right place, but there we go. Now we can start chopping out new theatre squares. This is very exciting. And a new city over here as well, with its own builder and a sprawling empire. Portsmouth. Never have I been more pleased to see Portsmouth. 15 turns a theatre square because again, some good worked tiles and we're in range of a lot of factories. factories. Oh, Yongle does not understand how much pressure is coming his way. The first Vietnamese city falls to me. Oh, it's amazing. Now, Vietnam is a little bit of a roadblock for Eleanor of Aquitaine for reasons you may not really think of. The big thing is the encampment. Now, Vietnam can build their specialty encampment in every city, and it doesn't count as one of their district slots. So when you take over a city from Vietnam, typically, it not only will be full of districts, but it'll be full of districts +1. So you can't build a theatre square immediately. You have to grow the city out quite a lot. It's often a bit of a problem. The only good thing is Vietnam frequently is amongst a lot of rainforest, and that can be cut down. So it's not the end of the world, but it is often a little bit of a problem. Still, that is one city taken from them. Another 2 era score. This city will fall, and now, oh yeah, we've already hit 0 loyalty on the next one. It's a snowball. It says -3, but I think as long as this cultural alliance continues for a little while, we should be fine. Especially if I move Magnus over immediately, we'll be fine. No one will like this. Nobody will like this. Yokohama is losing loyalty. I'm just going to keep the pressure on by settling repeatedly in this area. Time for some more voting. I'm going to vote for a cultural bomb again. It seems to always go through, and I'd love it if trade routes were sent to me, because then people will be more likely to trade with me, but I also get another trade route. I put all my votes in the top one because often that can easily be swayed. The AI doesn't tend to put too much consistently on any vote on that one. Yay and yay. Now, Korea did pick up Statue of Liberty before I even unlocked it, so I'm on 6 and they're on 5, but yeah, 6 out of 6 points. I think we're doing pretty good on that front. I gotta keep that as an option, just a option for a victory, maybe. Oh, this theatre square is almost done now. Omani doubles my envoys in Singapore. Okay, 31 is currently the record on that. I can only put another 4 on, so Singapore might take a little while to take over, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Oh, the barbs are mean and they don't like me. Never mind though, doesn't matter because there are a few amazing things. I mean, those boosts are really cool, but here's a new city of Exeter, ages away from everything else. Beautiful. Technically counts as my own continent. Really? Oh yeah, I guess it does. That Vietnamese city flips as well. This is what I meant about the districts. Unfortunately, it's got to get to population 10 before I can build anything. This one, population 7, but the next city is definitely flipping, and what I can do is release my capital of Hong Kong and the city of Leeds. Both of these cities are now out of range, so I'll do the old naming trick. So with this city that's now finished its theatre square right on the border of everyone, if I buy an amphitheatre and say an art museum, I can now go into the panel and look. Birmingham, Hong Kong, Leeds, all of these are starred on the left hand side. None of these cities need the great works. They are not in range of anything. So I'll pull them all to the cities that matter, like so. It's a fairly easy little quality of life thing that, but it just means that we're going to put more and more pressure on now. Actually, one of the best things about these Vietnamese cities is they all have Renaissance walls. So because of my monarchy, I'm going up in diplomatic favor every turn. It's starting to build up quite a lot, plus 16 now. I haven't, given up on the diplomatic victory aspect of this, so any diplomatic favor I can get is going to be huge. Oh, citizen loyalty is not changing. The first of Yongle cities is now beginning to fall. Yongle cities are the big prize, the big one. They have theatre squares, they have wonders, they have industrial zones, and Yongle always does so good. I'd love to share a border with the winner. I'm feeling okay about this. We need the game to move a little quicker than it currently is. I need to accelerate the pace of it through, but honestly, this is not bad at all. I will just take public works off briefly because we're not really settling at the moment. I'll put colonial taxes on because that's 33 production and 110 gold per turn. It's the true English card, 932 gold per turn now. Lovely. Here's Portsmouth though, with a theatre square. This is the sort of thing I do off camera. So this all normally gets cut out, but every turn I'm going through and just seeing who wants to buy what. I've got a huge iron game. Obviously my luxuries are huge. My coal is huge. I'm probably getting about 30 to 50% on average gold per turn. Just with deals like this, every now and then someone will come through and say, hey, I'll have your coal for 50, gold per turn. And I go, okay, cool. The market for iron has died down a little bit. We've still got that mid-game rush. There's enough knights and cuirassiers being sent around. It's normally because the AI will research tanks and will want to build heavy cavalry that maybe doesn't have the oil. That's often a way that iron is used quite a lot. But now I've got over 2,000 gold. So again, we're going to get amphitheatre. And this time I'm going to get archaeological museum. I haven't got many of these, but I did see a couple of people with a lot of artifacts. Yeah, it's expensive, 70 gold per ton, but I just got that selling coal. So 3 artifacts immediately in. Brilliant. Sort of thing always helps. Actually, industrial artifact. What was your other one? Medieval Royal Chalice. Okay. I don't actually know who's got artifacts in this game. Oh, you know what? Actually, there may be something I can trade here. Look at that. I think I can actually trade just 1 for 1. I so rarely do this, and now it's themed. That was worryingly easy to do. Oh, you're trying to build a space project, are you? Nope. Oh, actually, they put a support company on their hole. They knew what they were doing. This is the first game in a long time. I think I'm actually going to stop the AI from building a space project just with pillaging. They're building spaceports everywhere else, but none of the other cities have got anywhere near as much production, apart from this one. We could do this. It could be useful. Mary Shelley. Hey, any great writer is welcome in my nation. I always have space for more work. Okay, these 2 border cities are now on to, with governors and a golden age, +4. Oh, I'm doing so much damage against them now. Mecca is about to start building its theatre square itself. Yongle has to hit a golden age. If Yongle doesn't, I'm getting in, and I'm about to build broadcast centers, which will give me another sort of 3 or 4 influence over this area. I'm coming for you. Oh, I could Bolshoi theatre as well, thinking about it. It's just another 2 slots, but hey, these things add up. And, oh, as soon as I take this city, that's another 5 influence. Yes, I don't think they're going to be able to stop me now. Do I enjoy the disintegration of my allies' empires a little bit too much? Probably. I think you would have words with me if I was your ally, but I'm just like, it's fine. You didn't need that city anyway. All right, attempt 2. Can I just borrow your rocket? Do you mind if I... Actually, you know what? You can fire the rocket. I don't mind if you go to space, but what I'm going to do is very cartoon-like. I'm going to sort of attach myself to the bottom with some glue and a rubber band, and then I'll get to share your victory. Oh, I stole a radio from there, apparently. Nice. Did I get any aluminium? Oh, 3 sources. That's under a theatre square. Brilliant. That is very easily mineable. I just took that tile, and oh, that's under rainforest, but it's otherwise grabbable as well. Excellent. I think aluminium will sell for quite a lot of money. Now, broadcast centers are the next job. Let's say I did have to go for a tourism victory. How would I do that? Probably going for oil to sell that, and then we'll head to biosphere, but I mean, diplomacy is our highest chance in this game, or somehow sticking along with science. My science isn't too bad. I'm only 14 techs off the lead. It has been worse, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually not too bad. What we're going to do is basically just try and stop people from winning. If I can take over Yongle and then go into this version of China, which if I steal an 18 population Aachen, 14 pop Shanghai, there's a good chance I could do just that. Then I can stop the AI from winning. And that is like victory in a sort of roundabout way. I feel like weirdly enthusiastically positive about my chances this game. It's only turn 155. What turn did the AI win last time? 225? Got loads of time. Peace with Mongolia. Do I get anything from having peace? No, not really. I'm enjoying pillaging you because, well, it's stopping you from winning a victory. So I'm actually gonna just let this one play out. They may get other rocketry sites, other spaceports, and start doing project from there. But often, once it starts a project, the AI is very reluctant to move off that city because if it fixes the spaceport, it gets to keep all of that production. So it doesn't often want to lose it all. Yeah, look, the rocket is already on the launch pad. If we just zoom in back in on that city again, do you see that? That means I think the project is over halfway done. So they don't want to really take that one off. Military emergency against Korea? No, I'm not going to bother with that one. Okay, Mecca, it's their turn now to build a theatre square. I'm just building them all in this little circle so that I can pop an entertainment complex right in the middle of it. A bit like that. Hey, the adjacency has got nothing to do with anything this game, but if it's going to give it to you, you might as well take it. This many-faceted China has got to be one of the most fun things we've done in this game for a little while. Just watching everyone fight. Wu Zhiqian is fighting Unify. Unify is attacking Yongle. Yongle is fighting with Kublai. And all the whilst, I'm just sort of slowly lurking in English influence in China. Who'd have thought it? I'm not going to go for the military emergency, but the aid request to Tokugawa, that is something I do like because that is a way of getting lovely, lovely Diplo victory points. I wonder if the emergency goes through. That would be an interesting one. It does. Korea now at war with Germany, Japan, China, Russia. That's got to be a big scrap for them. So here's the aid request. It's going to be difficult to win it just because the AI is going to be very likely heavily investing in it, but we'll give it a good go. Do I want to make friends with Yongle? I actually do, but I don't want to make an alliance with him. That's the big difference, because then I won't be able to use my spy. But my spy at the moment is saying 84% chance of reducing the city's loyalty. I like that. Oh no, my new city of Exeter. The Barbs have found it. The Barbs of this part of the world being particularly brutal. Let's just get everyone back in the safety of the walls. We've got 60 defense. It shouldn't be too bad. There's a lot of people though that are weirdly interested in good relations with me. So I'm gonna just start sending things like open borders. The more friends I can get, the more I can hopefully abuse the game late game by, say, nuking somebody and not triggering a world war. I just got denounced by Wu Zhiqian. She has one turn left in that game. Literally one turn left on the face of this earth, and she chooses to spend that time denouncing me. Either that's really petty, or that's like the best parting shot ever. I haven't quite decided. It's like the captain standing on the bow of the ship, saluting, and also simultaneously swearing at you. Both very classy and very not. Mecca now has an art museum as well. Excellent. We're really starting to pick up quite a lot of spaces for artwork. I actually need more of the stuff. More books, more art. I might as well just go to my usual supplier. Hey, Peter, you got a little something for me? Like Pride and Prejudice? Yeah. Romeo and Juliet? Yes. I'd just take any book with "and" in the title. It's got to be two things: sense and sensibility. Pride and Prejudice. Romeo and Juliet. That's all I buy. Rembrandt. Hey, another artist. That's actually really handy to work out what he's going to produce, because I might as well theme it if I can. Portraits. Do I have any portraits? I do actually have a portrait. I might actually very quickly put Emissary with Armani, because weirdly, she's in Singapore, and that's the range of it. -2 on all those cities. Yeah, that's actually weirdly handy. Don't remember the last time I used her offensively like that, because the range is often just so small it's not worth it. Oh, and Kublai is very kindly fixing all of this stuff for me. My boats are just waiting out, coming in every now and then just to pillage a little bit of yield. This industrial zone is fixing itself back up. I'm waiting for the rocketry site, the spaceport, to start working. Yeah, making peace at the moment doesn't seem very profitable at all. China will not stand the test of time. I love the fact that I get the era score for doing that. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We now have the city, but this, I mean, look at this. The range. Oh yeah, this just messes with a lot of different stuff. Thank you for building that theatre square. I am forever obligated to you. Oh, the war between Yongle and Kublai has just heated up considerably, because Kublai is using bombers on Yongle. Aachen just lost half of its health in one go. This is good. Two of the game's superpowers absolutely nuking it out today. Well, not nuking it just yet, but they may start nuking it soon. You can only hope. And in all of this, I'm too far away. I'm too far away at the moment. I might get a little closer as I start eating Kublai's southern empire. Oh my goodness. They just took the governor out of Nanjing, and suddenly it's losing 10 loyalty per turn. They're in a golden age. That's what's crazy about this. Anyway, one of the best wonders of the game for Eleanor of Aquitaine is Taj Mahal. One era score for every historic moment that's worth 2 or more. I wonder how much era score you get from taking over a city with loyalty. That's right, 2. So now I get 3. Every time I take a city with loyalty, +1. Should mean that it is almost impossible now for me to get a Dark Age. I'm going to say that now, and then when I get a Dark Age, you'll be able to go, haha, Ursa got it wrong. Because I'm still allied with the greatest culture powers, Russia and France, I'm not going to bother putting in symphonies or frescoes right now. These two cards massively boost how many artist and musician points you get, and I'd be able to get more great people. But I would rather have colonial taxes and naval infrastructure in, because I get more gold, and then I can use the gold to get the great people. So weirdly for me, I find I get a better result that way. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it feels accurate. Let's get the raid card back in now, because Kublai's got a little bit of something for me here. 50 gold and 216 science. Again, it's a turn's worth of science from every pillage. It's wonderful. Mongolia I am going to make peace with, just because it's good for my war weariness, but it's only Kublai that I really care about here. Nanjing is now a -15. Oh my lord, what is happening? -30 from other effects. That's what's happening. Oh yeah. And Vivaldi, my first musician. See this? The spaceport. It's recovered. It's back online. Oh no, it's not. And we've got ballistics whilst we're here. I like this. This could work for me as a long-term arrangement. Ooh, Oh, okay. That actually doesn't help me. Kublai just, offered me peace as he did this, which is quite the power play. Just raised an 18 population Aachen. Raised it. Oh my lord, that is ridiculous. This land will get settled pretty quickly. In fact, there's a huge overwhelming temptation for me to go and settle it, but I don't like that. You know, I'd rather you kept your big, ripe cities and didn't do anything with them, and then I can move in. How about that? Let's just do that. That's way more fun. I've just seen a little pop-up to say that the world climate is getting worse, and unfortunately I can't check in on it myself. I'm just going to drop everything and research computers as fast as I can. I don't want a repeat of the Indonesian game. That was horrific. Oh, I did get hit a little bit, so raiders away. Don't worry, we'll be back, and in greater numbers. Oh yes, build a neighborhood on the coast. Yes, that's a great idea. Dortmund has been founded right on the ruins of the old city that got raised, and I wonder if Germany will put another one down there. Who knows? Oh, boats are back. The boats are back, but this time I have an actual defense. Oh, the bombers are now in on Shanghai. Yonglei is being just obliterated. I feel for Yonglei in this moment. There's a lot of this that I recognize, and I don't like it. It's triggering some memories for me. Let's just hope I can grab a significant chunk of his empire before he disintegrates. You know, the more cities are lost to the north, the less loyalty pressure he'll have. So I will start to push down in that way, but I tell you what though, I don't want Singapore to fall. That would be really annoying. America raised one of France's cities down in the south. That seems very harsh. Actually, France is at war with both of my other allies. I'm definitely the puppet master in all of this. I'm just saying, yes, fight everyone. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure both of your economies will survive it. Just keep fighting. Oh, Shanghai got raised to the floor as well. Oh my lord. Also, someone's done the Earth satellite. Really? Who was that? Oh, it was Kublai. Where did you do that? Oh, clearly not on that one spaceport on the coast. Yeah, it's the one down south. That's more understandable. Don't get me to go to war with Spain, Portugal. I know what you're like. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!